Ever wondered if reptilian humanoid creatures could be ruling our world from the shadows? An intriguing question, isn't it? Welcome to the world of the reptilian conspiracy theory, a realm where fact intertwines with fiction and reality with imagination. This theory, as outlandish as it may sound to some, proposes that our world is secretly governed by reptilian humanoids, often referred to as the reptilians. Now, who exactly are these reptilians? Well, according to believers, these creatures are not from our world. They are said to be extraterrestrial beings from the Alpha Draconis star system who have infiltrated Earth, assuming human form and occupying positions of power. They are believed to manipulate global events to serve their own sinister agenda. But where did this peculiar theory originate? The idea of reptilian beings or serpent gods is not new. In fact, it dates back to ancient civilizations. The Sumerians, Egyptians, and even the Mayans, among others, depicted serpent gods in their art and mythology. They were considered powerful entities, revered and feared in equal measure. Ancient Sumerian texts, for instance, speak of the Anunnaki, a group of deities who came to Earth from the heavens. Many conspiracy theorists believe these Anunnaki were the very first reptilians. Similarly, in ancient Egypt, the serpent god Apep was a significant figure, often associated with chaos and destruction. Fast forward to the 20th century, and the theory of reptilians gained new momentum. British conspiracy theorist David Icke popularized the idea in the late 90s, claiming that these reptilians have infiltrated every corner of the human society, especially the upper echelons of power. This ancient belief has resurfaced in our contemporary world, with many convinced of its truth. But what evidence supports such a claim? Stay tuned as we delve deeper into this enigma, peeling back the layers of the reptilian conspiracy. It all begins with the ancient Sumerians and their tales of the Anunnaki. The ancient Sumerians, known as one of the earliest civilizations on Earth, were a remarkably advanced society. Their understanding of astronomy, mathematics, and the arts was incredibly sophisticated for their time. But what truly sets them apart were their beliefs in the divine, specifically their stories of the Anunnaki. The Anunnaki, according to Sumerian mythology, were gods who descended from the heavens. They were powerful, intelligent beings who were said to have given the Sumerians their advanced knowledge and skills. But here's where it gets interesting. The descriptions of the Anunnaki in ancient Sumerian texts bear a striking resemblance to the modern reptilian conspiracy theory. The Anunnaki were described as having human-like bodies, but with reptilian features. They were said to have scales, to be able to change shape, and to have a high level of intelligence and control. Sound familiar? These descriptions are eerily similar to the modern tales of reptilian beings secretly controlling our world. Now, let's take a step back. Are we suggesting that the Anunnaki were actually reptilian beings? Not necessarily, but the parallels between these ancient tales and the modern conspiracy theory are too strong to ignore. This isn't just about the Sumerians and their gods, though. Throughout history, across different cultures and continents, we find similar stories of reptilian beings interacting with humans, influencing our societies, and even ruling over us. From the serpent in the Garden of Eden to the dragon emperors of China, the theme is repeated time and time again. So what does this all mean? Could these stories be mere myths, created by our ancestors to explain the unexplainable? Or could they be evidence of something more? Hints at a hidden truth that's been with us since the dawn of civilization. The Anunnaki may be the first of these tales, but they are not the only ones. Fast forward to the 20th century, where the conspiracy takes a new twist. As the world ushered in an era of unprecedented technological advancement and social change, the reptilian narrative was not left behind. It evolved, it adapted, it thrived in its own peculiar way. An intriguing character enters our tale at this juncture, a British man named David Icke. A sports broadcaster turned conspiracy theorist, Icke claimed to have a revelation. He stated that he was a son of the Godhead and that the world was ruled by reptilian humanoids. This was not a metaphorical statement, but a literal one, according to Icke. He believed that these reptilians were the royal family and global elites in disguise. Now, why would he claim such a thing? Icke argued that these beings hailed from the Alpha Draconis star system, and they were here on Earth to manipulate humanity. He suggested that these shape-shifting entities controlled the world, pulling the strings from behind the scenes, influencing global politics and manipulating events to suit their hidden agenda. Icke's theories were not confined to the British royal family. He believed that the reptilian influence extended far beyond the shores of the United Kingdom. From the Bush family in the United States to the Rothschilds in Europe, no elite family was spared from his accusations. He even claimed that these reptilians were behind secret societies like the Freemasons and the Illuminati. Icke's ideas were not widely accepted, and he was often met with ridicule. Yet, despite the skepticism, his theories found a surprisingly large audience. His books sold in the millions, and his lectures drew tens of thousands. His influence was such that his reptilian theory became one of the most recognized conspiracy theories of the modern era. The 20th century saw the reptilian conspiracy theory flourish in a way that its ancient counterparts could hardly have imagined. It became more than just a myth or a legend. It became a phenomenon that continues to captivate and perplex us even today. Icke's theories may seem far-fetched, but they have found a surprisingly large audience. In the digital age, the reptilian conspiracy theory has found new life. The vast, interconnected world of the internet has become a fertile breeding ground for these theories, allowing them to spread and evolve at a rapid pace. Online forums and social media platforms are rife with discussions and debates on the reptilian conspiracy. These digital spaces have become a melting pot of ideas, where believers from all across the globe can share their findings, theories, and supposed evidence. One of the most often cited pieces of evidence is video footage, which believers claim show individuals, often high-profile figures, undergoing a sudden change in their eye shape from round pupils to vertical slits, akin to that of a reptile. These clips, often grainy and of questionable quality, are dissected frame by enthusiasts, who argue that the changes are too abrupt and unnatural to be explained by simple video glitches or lighting effects. Another common piece of proof offered by believers is the supposed existence of secret symbols and signs that reptilians use to communicate with each other, hidden in plain sight. They argue that these symbols are embedded in everything from corporate logos to architectural designs, often pointing out shapes and patterns that resemble reptilian eyes or scales. In the age of digital technology, where image manipulation and deep-fake videos are becoming increasingly common, it's not surprising that skeptics question the validity of this evidence. They argue that these videos and images can be easily manipulated, and thus cannot be taken as definitive proof. Moreover, skeptics point out that the human mind is prone to pareidolia, a psychological phenomenon where people see patterns, such as faces or shapes, where none actually exist. They argue that this could be the reason why believers see reptilian symbols everywhere. Yet, despite the abundance of claims, skeptics remain unconvinced. The reptilian conspiracy theory, though fascinating and enduring, remains just that, a theory. As we continue to delve into the depths of this enigma, the line between fact and fiction remains blurred, leaving us with more questions than answers. So, are reptilians real, or is this all just an elaborate fantasy? This question has been the crux of our discussion today. We've delved into the enigma of the reptilian conspiracy, starting from its roots in ancient civilizations, where serpent gods held sway over the populace. These myths and legends passed down through generations have formed the bedrock of the theory. The belief that these reptilian entities are not just mythological figures, but an advanced race living among us, controlling world affairs. We've explored the so-called evidence, from the peculiarities of the human brain, the reptilian complex, to the claims of individuals who believe they have had encounters with these beings. Stories of shape-shifting, mind control and world domination are plentiful, adding fuel to the conspiracy fire. Yet it's important to remember that despite these compelling narratives, there is a conspicuous lack of scientific evidence supporting the existence of reptilian beings. No tangible physical proof has been offered, and many of the claims are unverifiable. In the realm of science, the reptilian conspiracy theory remains just that, a theory. So why does this theory persist? Why do people continue to believe in the existence of reptilians? The answer may lie more in the realm of psychology than reality. Conspiracy theories in general provide a sense of order in a world that can often seem chaotic and unpredictable. They offer an explanation for complex and frightening events, attributing them to a single, understandable cause. The reptilian conspiracy theory is no different. It provides a narrative that makes sense of a world that often doesn't. Whether fact or fiction, one thing is clear. The reptilian conspiracy theory continues to fascinate and terrify in equal measure. Its enduring popularity is a testament to our innate curiosity, our desire to believe in the extraordinary, and our primal fear of the unknown.